Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again, bringing you another Hearthstone video, and this time we're looking at a Shaman arena, but specifically looking at the power of Windfury. Now, the interesting thing about Windfury, Whirling Zapomatic, for example, which you can see there in my opening hand, really good card if it sticks on the board. However, quite often it gets eliminated very quickly, either through a trade or through a spell. So therefore the solution is, well, you draft two of them. So in this particular deck you can see two Whirling Zaps in my hand there. I'm going to play the first one, and we're going to see if the mage can deal with it. If the mage cannot deal with this card, he's going to be in for a world of hurt. Oh, okay, sure. So the question here is, what do I do? Do I just play the other Whirling Zap, Windfury this one, and go face? The other option is to go face and then trade into the 2-3, so we can be sort of a little bit more defensive. So Whirling Zap does give you the choice between aggression and defense. But instead, no, I'm going to kill his 2-3 with the Rock Biter, and I'm going to totem up and hope for a taunt totem, and I got one. So the Whirling Zap says we, and I was contemplating Rock Bitering that Whirling Zap, but no, killing the 2-3 was much better. So there we go. Right, so, oh, that's going to be interesting for later. So, in this situation here, he can quite easily kill the taunt next turn, and he can kill my Whirling Zap. So I think I play either the 3-drop South Sea Captain, or actually the better 3-drop is the Tuskar Tatami, because I may get a useful totem, like a Flame Tongue, for example. That's not a useful totem. So the Whirling Zap goes face for 6, getting that damage in while we can. He's going to kill it, as he should. And he's going to draw some cards. Okay. Slow turn. Really good for me. Because now I can play another Whirling Zap. I can clear his board. Alternatively, I can develop a Raider. Why am I developing the Raider here? Well, next turn, I can make it a 6-6 with the hero power and give it Windfury. And hit face for 12, which is insane. What's better than a Whirling Zap? A Cavalier Raider with Windfury. Unbelievable. Yeah. I don't need no Whirling Zap anymore. I have a Cavalier Raider. So, let's hero power. Let's see what we get. Oh, we get a taunt totem. Fancy that. Feel the power of Windfury. There's 12 to the face. And I think it's over. He'd need a fireball, potentially, here. Oh, Bolf Ram Shield. Oh, yep, he had a fireball. It's a mage, right? He had a fireball. Sure. Okay, Trog doesn't do anything much here. The question is, do you trade or go face? That's the ultimate question. I mean, he's at 6 health. So I'm just going to play Bolf. Bolf is a 3-9. It's really difficult to remove. And I'm going face. So 3 minions on board. This is a potential Flame Strike turn, which actually doesn't do very much for him. Oh, Frost Nova. Doomsayer? No. Okay. So he needs a way to remove my board, basically. Otherwise, he's just basically, he's going to be dead. So I can't really do much here. So if in doubt, totem up. That's pretty good. We'll play the Burly Rockjaw. So any spells that he uses, the Trog is going to get an attack buff, which is pretty good. So quite a commanding board here. Even Flame Strike, you know, isn't going to do a huge amount. He's still going to have to trade minions into the 3/5 and the 3/9.
I got it.
Last desperation gasp here with the Conjurer. Is there anything that he can draw that could save him? I think that's what he's thinking here. He's thinking, and he's still thinking. So, come on. Either you've got something or you don't.
Well played.
May as well give him the well played there. Right, yeah, okay. He thought very, very hard. But in the end, didn't do anything. So 7 wins with the power of Windfury. Pretty good. So, heading into our next game here, and this game is against a mage, and, well, we've got Rockbiter weapon. I'm going to keep that hand. Rockbite is good for clearing an early minion. As much as I'm tempted to use it on the Whirling Zap, it's good for clearing the board. Basically, killing his minions so my Whirling Zap can survive. But Totem Golem is pretty good. And I'm playing it on turn 2, so no overload, of course, I'll still have 2 mana to play with. Totem Golem should be able to absorb a couple of trades here on the board, which is super, super good. It will hopefully allow my Whirling Zap to survive for a period of time. That's fine. I can use Rockbiter weapon to kill that 3/2. Alternatively, I could trade in. If I trade in, it goes down to 1 health, and you can ping it. Whereas here, I could play the Trog and the Rockbiter weapon. That's a really good use of 2 mana, I think. We get a minion on the board, we trade, and not only that, the minion that's on the board is going to potentially get buffed next turn because of Crackle. So Whirling Zap and Crackle on the same turn is really good. Mech Warper, that's fine. With a mech, that's not fine. That's actually not fine. But I can deal with it. I can deal with it. So here, I think we look at Crackle. It's a minimum of 3 damage, which is fine. So we Crackle the Chugger, because we don't want our Totem Golem to be frozen. And we play the Zap. Right. So, with 4 mana now, what can he do? The Whirling Zap is, I think, a clear target. It's got a bullseye painted on it. However, the Trog is pretty dangerous too, if I've got more overload spells. So the 3/5 does contest all of those minions. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it really awkward for him now. I'm going to go for double Windfury. 2 minions with Windfury. In essence, that's the equivalent of 2 Whirling Zaps on the board. He has to decide which one to kill, and he's going to ignore the Trog as well. Okay. Alright, he dealt with both of them. But he used a Polymorph, and that was his entire turn, more or less. Fire Elemental lets me save my board. And it's pretty much over. I'm at 30 health, and that's the scary thing about this deck. If the Windfury effects go uncontested early on, your opponent's not going to be able to recover. And when I say uncontested, I simply mean being able to get in, 1 turn with Windfury. It's insane. And even if the minions die afterwards, well, I play another Windfury minion. So there we go. 8 wins with this Windfury Shaman.